Right now, there's one number that could change how you live every single month. It's not the price of gas. It's not your rent. It's not even your grocery bill. It's your Social Security check. Because for millions of Americans, that check is the difference between peace of mind and constant worry. It's the difference between paying the electric bill on time or letting it sit on the counter for a few more days. It's the difference between helping your grandkids or asking your kids for help. And here's the truth most people don't realize. The amount you receive from Social Security isn't random. It isn't guesswork. It's based on specific formulas, your work history, your age, and the decisions you make before you ever file. But those numbers have changed, and many Americans still don't know what they can actually expect to receive today. Maybe you're already retired and wondering why your check looks the way it does. Maybe you're getting close to retirement and trying to figure out if you'll have enough to cover your bills. Or maybe you're decades away, but you're starting to feel that quiet fear in the back of your mind. Will Social Security really be there? And if it is, will it be enough? This video is about you, your future, and your wallet. Because the numbers have shifted, the rules have evolved, and what you expect to receive may be very different from what your parents or neighbors get. And before you make any big retirement decisions, you need to understand exactly what those numbers look like right now. By the end of this video, you'll know what the average check looks like, what the maximum benefit could be, and what factors are quietly shaping the amount you'll receive. And some of those details might surprise you. The average Social Security check today. Let's start with the number most people want to know first. The average Social Security benefit. Because when you hear headlines about cost of living increases or new rules, it all comes down to one simple question. How much money is actually hitting your bank account each month? Right now, the average retired worker receives a Social Security check that lands somewhere in the mid-$1,900 range per month. That's the typical amount for someone who worked a full career and claimed retirement benefits. But here's where the story gets more interesting. That's just an average, and averages can be misleading. Some Americans receive far less than that. People who had lower-paying jobs, gaps in their work history, or who claimed benefits early may only see around $1,200 to $1,500 per month. On the other end of the spectrum, higher earners who worked for decades at strong salaries and waited to claim benefits later in life could be receiving well over $2,500 per month. So when you hear that average number, don't assume that's what you'll personally get. Your benefit is deeply personal. It's shaped by your lifetime earnings and the age at which you decide to start collecting. And here's the key point. The difference between claiming early and claiming later could mean hundreds of dollars more or less every single month. Over the course of a 20-year retirement, that can add up to tens of thousands of dollars. That's why understanding the numbers today isn't just interesting, it's critical for your future. The maximum Social Security benefit. Now let's talk about a number that grabs attention fast, the maximum Social Security benefit. This is the highest monthly check someone can receive under the current rules. And for 2026, that top benefit is over $4,800 per month for someone who claims at age 70 after earning at or above the maximum taxable earnings for many years. That number sounds huge compared to the average benefit, and that's because very few people actually reach it. To qualify for the maximum, you would need to earn near the Social Security wage cap for about 35 years and delay claiming benefits until age 70. That means consistent high income for decades and the discipline to wait longer before collecting. For most Americans, life simply doesn't work out that way. Job changes, layoffs, health issues, caregiving responsibilities, or lower wages can all reduce that final benefit amount. But here's why this number matters to you, even if you'll never reach it. It shows just how powerful timing and earnings can be. Two people with similar careers could end up with drastically different checks simply because one waited longer to claim benefits. For example, someone claiming at 62 could receive thousands less per year than someone who waited until 70, and that difference follows you for the rest of your life. So while the maximum benefit isn't common, it sends a clear message. The decisions you make about when to claim and how long you work can have a major impact on your monthly income. Why your claiming age changes. Everything. Your claiming age is one of the most powerful levers in the entire Social Security system. It's the switch that can quietly increase or shrink your monthly check for the rest of your life. You can start claiming benefits as early as age 62, but here's the catch. If you claim that early, your benefit could be reduced by as much as 25 to 30% compared to what you'd receive at full retirement age. Full retirement age, or FRA, is usually between 66 and 67 depending on the year you were born. This is the age when you qualify for your full unreduced benefit. But if you wait beyond that, if you delay your benefits until age 70, your monthly check keeps growing. Each year you delay after full retirement age adds roughly 8% to your benefit. That's a powerful increase that compounds over time. So let's put it in real terms. Imagine your full retirement age benefit is $2,000 per month. If you claim at 62, you might only get around $1,400. But if you wait until 70, that number could grow to around $2,500 or more. That's a difference of over $1,000 per month. And over a long retirement, that gap can add up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the question becomes, do you take the money sooner or do you wait for a larger check later? That decision can shape your entire retirement. How your work history shapes your check. Social Security doesn't just look at your last job or your highest paying year. Instead, it looks at your 35 highest earning years over your entire career. Those 35 years are used to calculate your average monthly earnings, which then determine your benefit amount. If you worked fewer than 35 years, Social Security still uses that formula. But here's the catch. The missing years are counted as zeros, and those zeros can drag your average down significantly. That means even working a few extra years later in life could boost your benefit. Replacing a 0 year or a low earning year with a higher salary year can increase your monthly check. This is why some people who keep working into their late 60s or even early 70s see their benefits rise. Those additional years can push out lower earning years from the formula. Your entire career matters. Every paycheck, every promotion, every gap in employment, all of it feeds into the final number you see each month. The impact of cost of living adjustments. Every year, Social Security benefits may increase through what's called a cost of living adjustment, or COLA. This is designed to help your benefit keep up with inflation. In years when prices rise quickly, the COLA tends to be larger. In calmer economic periods, the increase is smaller. But over time, these adjustments can significantly raise your monthly check. For example, someone receiving $1,500 per month today might see that number gradually rise over the years through annual COLAs. Even a modest 2 to 3% increase each year can make a noticeable difference over a decade. But here's the reality many retirees feel. While COLAs help, they don't always keep pace with real-life expenses, especially healthcare, housing, and food. So while your check may grow on paper, your buying power doesn't always grow at the same speed. That's why understanding your starting benefit amount is so important. The bigger your base benefit, the more each COLA increases your actual dollar amount. Spousal and survivor benefits. Social Security isn't just about individual workers. It also includes benefits for spouses and surviving family members. And for many households, these benefits can make a big difference. A spouse may be eligible to receive up to 50% of the other spouse's full retirement benefit. This is especially important for couples where one partner earns significantly more than the other or where one spouse stayed home to raise children. Survivor benefits can be even more critical. When one spouse passes away, the surviving spouse may be eligible to receive the higher of the two benefits. That means the larger check continues, helping the surviving partner maintain some level of financial stability. But the timing of when each spouse claims benefits can affect these amounts. Decisions made years earlier can influence how much a surviving spouse receives later. So for married couples, Social Security planning isn't just an individual decision. It's a family decision that can impact financial security for years to come. Taxes on your Social Security. Many Americans are surprised to learn that Social Security benefits can be taxed. But depending on your total income, a portion of your benefits may be subject to federal taxes. If you're single and your combined income is above certain thresholds, up to 50% of your benefits may be taxable. At higher income levels, up to 85% of your benefits could be taxed. For married couples filing jointly, the thresholds are higher, but the rules are similar. The more income you have from other sources, like pensions, retirement accounts, or part-time work, the more likely it is that your Social Security benefits will be taxed. This doesn't mean you lose your entire benefit. It simply means part of it could be counted as taxable income. But it's something many retirees don't plan for, and it can affect your net monthly income. What could change in the future Social Security has been a cornerstone of retirement for generations, but there are ongoing discussions about its long-term funding and potential changes. Lawmakers continue to debate possible solutions, including tax adjustments, benefit formula changes, or retirement age increases. While nothing is guaranteed, these conversations highlight the importance of staying informed. The system isn't disappearing overnight, but changes over time could affect future retirees more than current ones. That's why understanding your benefits today and keeping an eye on updates is so important. At the end of the day, Social Security isn't just a government program. It's your paycheck after work. It's your grocery money. It's your ability to pay the bills, help your family, and live with dignity in retirement. The amount you receive depends on your work history, your claiming age, and the choices you make along the way. The average benefit may be around the mid-$1,900 range, but your personal number could be much higher or much lower. And the decisions you make today could change that number dramatically. Waiting a few extra years, working a little longer, or planning more carefully could mean hundreds of extra dollars each month. So don't treat Social Security like a mystery. Treat it like the financial lifeline it truly is. Stay informed, check your earnings record, understand your options, and keep learning about the changes that could affect your future. Because the more you know, the more control you have over your retirement. And if you care about your future, your family, and your financial security, make sure you stay tuned for the next update. The rules, the numbers, and the opportunities are always changing, and the next change could affect your wallet in a very big way.